I can feel the peace within me. I own this peace. No one can snatch it from me. It's my DNA. It's moments while I'm beyond, I can feel the total peace within me. I am a soul, a living being. Total peace. And I only think of peace. Everyone, welcome everyone. It's English today. And it's cold, huh? We want to be cool now. Cool souls. You know what cool means? I'm cool. It means I'm so nice, so sweet, so cool. And as I was reading, today is the first day of real winter, and it's gonna end by mid of March. So that's nice to be cool. Exactly. The hidden Ferrers. Yeah. Like I have an American friend, she was telling me when we are cold, we wear many layers to warm ourselves. But here in the summer, what do you do? How do you take your layers? The last thing, yeah, without clothes. So what more layer you off it? No, she means like you can manage with the cold, but how can you manage with the heat? Mm. Alhamdulillah. Yeah, so everyone looks at what other missing. Yeah. So today, did you see that Dodge? I was Googling it, the most expensive, beautiful diamond crown. And I want you in a few seconds, just feel you are wearing this crown. Yeah, as a soul, as a being, but in a spiritual crown now, full of diamonds. Diamonds means I attained the highest, not metal, not gold, not silver, but I attained what I want to attain. It's not about what substance it is, but it's like I acquired it, I achieved it. So mastery over the self, and just feel it. Do you have that mastery? What exactly it means to be the master of the self. So in reality, you are all masters actually. By nature, we are masters. But what happened? We lost the mastery. We had it once upon a time. That's why you are all here, right? That's why we are all here, to regain it. If you didn't believe, you wouldn't come. What's mastery? Why should I come? So no, the soul can feel it, can know it. Sometimes we don't have explanation, or we cannot analyze, but we can feel. And there is a big difference between feeling and thinking. And usually the thinking deceives us, but the feelings is always right. So when we come to be a masters, it means you already achieved it. Halas, the class finished. So what does mastery means? You know, to whom we say he's a master, she's a master. I mean, in general. King or someone like he's excellent in doing his work, right? Like we can call a master tailor, master chef, master, let's say someone playing chess, he always wins. So we can say master of this game. So even sometimes, let's say I have a carpenter, very good carpenter. He became very old now. Khalas, he cannot work, he cannot see bad, but he was really a master. He knows exactly how to do the work. So someone who's very, very knowledgeable and skilled, someone skilled, and that skill is called a master. So that's how mastery means. The top, yeah. And the one who's very good in his skill, like he knows it accurate, exactly, and he knows it very much in details. He's very knowledgeable. Like if I tell him, turn it from here, he says, doesn't turn, this kind of wood is not soft, it doesn't work. But if you take, for example, teak wood, I can turn it. I can do the Bombay part and, you know, the roundish. So he really is a master. And I feel, I know to whom I'm talking to. So if you notice nowadays, these masters are less now because nobody have the patience to learn a lot. Or sometimes a tailor, you know, you can feel from the clothing, like why Christian Dior cost is higher than Zara, let's say. Both are good, but I mean, this one, they know how to do the cutting, the bins, the back, you don't find the folding. Perfect if someone wears that, their clothes, because they are masters in designing this. You know, there is a cutter also different than the stitching. Exactly. They know where is the bone, where is the shoulder, where is the waist. They know. So if somebody imitated, when you wear it, it looks horrible from the back, crumbling. Here is madrishnon. So it's not about designing it, same design. It's about the master. This subject about the mastery, how it is related to our mastery over the self today. Can we have a shorter table, please? So that they can, because they are looking from here, right? Not from, yeah. So because it's blocking the ones in the back. So master means he knows everything. And now, why are we relating it to self-mastery and spiritual mastery? You know, here we only learn about spiritual mastery, means the self. We don't teach tailoring or I've seen also a movie about, I don't know if you have seen it, about the pilot, American pilot in New York who landed the Hudson River. In the Hudson River, yeah. The name of the movie on the pilot name. And he was accused that it was the engine both went off because there was birds coming, so the engine spoiled while taking off. And he had to land in the river. Then it was just short. So they accused him that he didn't land in the second airport coming, the closer. So there was a trial on him. And the only thing which saved him was a 35 seconds, which he noted what you call it, the operation station, the control room. So they didn't count it. And that's how he was saved. But he was a master pilot because he was so knowledgeable, so good that he managed that flight and he saved all the passengers. But of course, it was water, it was cold, but he saved them all. And instead of rewarding him, they accused him in the beginning. So the movie was all about how smart and master this captain was. And in 35 seconds, he managed to save the people. So it just to show mastery means something really cleverness, really accuracy, really depth of the thing, not just we be in the floating meaning. And any ruler, if he has that wisdom, has a broad-minded, he was a broad-minded, knowledgeable, experienced. This is how they rule very well, right? Or a manager. They always say, what's your experience? And they see what is his successful projects were. Because when someone knows the thing very well, he's always successful. And of course, there is a saving. And at the end, everyone is happy. So now we imagine all this, what we narrated now, we wanted it to be in us. That I am the master of myself means I'm the highest quality of my being now. And what do we want to achieve? The pilot wants to achieve to transfer or save the passengers. Tailor wants the most beautiful piece. Carpenter wants a nice, manager wants. What do we want? Why we want to be masters? What's the product we will achieve out of this mastery? If I become really the master over myself, I know myself very well. I become that master. What am I achieving for myself? Reality. Happiness. Happiness, exactly. That's the stage of happiness, true. Self-confidence. So self-confidence, stable, content, aware, royal. And the aim is exactly happiness. There's a big difference, which I really want you to understand it, between being in a joyful stage, materialistic joyful stage, and being happy as a spiritual stage. So unfortunately, in the world, there is no clarity or, let's say, discerning clearly between agitated joy or happiness. Happiness is something related deeply to the soul and constant, no fluctuation. But being in the joy, or in Arabic we call it sa'ada and mut'a. Mut'a, which is the temporary joyful stages we go, and it fluctuates. If I have the thing, I'm in joyful stage. If I don't have it, it's gone. So it's like I'm affected by a catalyst, outside catalyst, something which makes me happy. It's not something within me deeply. So the master is the one who has this remote control. And And if we ask ourselves, what do we want? I mean, there is a difference between controlling. Usually we say, I want to control on the things happening to me, like my emotions. I want to control my emotions, right? Sometimes we say, I want to control my bad habits. I don't want it repeatedly comes, and it tires me when the same habit comes to me, right? We mostly have these habits, and then we regret why it came. And so I want to have a control on this habit. Sometimes, let's say desires. I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that, and I want to control myself. Sugar, maybe sweet, chocolate, whatever. It doesn't mean they are bad, but it's that desire which cannot make me that master of myself. I'm the one who decides, not the things around me. Who are they? What are they to control me? I should be the master. So it's not about fighting, because controlling is a slight fighting, very, very slight, subtle, which have a small violence part in it. If I control, I love this ice cream, but it has sugar. I don't want it. So keep it away from me. I don't want to see it. I don't want to think about it. That's kind of suppressing, actually, a bit, controlling, which is not mastery. So just to show that it's opposite of mastery. But if I had it, I'm enjoying the ice cream. So that's a joy and not happiness. So once it's clear, then I can achieve the happiness. If it's not clear, I will always be in that domain of up and down, up and down. And some, as we say, some catalyst, some external incident, human beings, whatever, will make me happy, or joyful or not joyful. I don't know what's the meaning of mut'a in English. Pleasure, yeah, more of a pleasure, true. So pleasure is something related to my senses, pleasure of the eyes. I always would like to see green mountains. Of course, who doesn't want to see? But it's a pleasure, right? And sometimes we see people have only a wall, but they are happy. So that's the difference, yeah. Pleasure of this, all the five senses and the body. Any organ of the body is acting, it's a pleasure. But the soul has nothing to do with the organs of the body. That's why we call it beyond or super senses joy. It's the joy which is over these five senses. And that's the real mastery. When we have super senses joy. Like there is a cases of, for example, Mandela, or I don't know, I forgot his name, an American soldier who was kept in the water in Vietnam. I don't know if someone recalls him. He was like, in a way, in a jail, but he said, I'm the happiest one on earth. It's like he doesn't mind. He's having it from his own state of his mind. He decided to be happy. So at the end, who decides to be happy or sad? Me. And who decides to put the crown on or to take it off? It's me again. And that's all what's going on inside us. So let's agree also on the statement of saying, instead of controlling, we are mastering ourselves. And of course, we are talking about the soul. And just have that feeling again of the mastering and of controlling, how it works inside me. as we started, the master is the one who knows. He doesn't struggle to do the thing. If he wants to cut the Christian Dior dress again, Christian Dior didn't pay me any single dinar. But I mean, I was in France. Our place is next to Christian Dior house. And so I always pass his garden, and he gave it for free for his town. Beautiful garden and flowers, and all these dresses are there, the beginning one. And if you see the detail of the detail of the details, and he said when he was young, he used to, putting the layers and this, he spent a lot of time drawing, sketching, and so that's it's a treasure. Then the product comes. It's not just it's a nice piece. No, there's a lot of understanding. So what I meant is that the more we understand ourselves, the more we go in the depth, the more, and it's not by tiring ourselves, but by really knowing the self, and with that joy, with that contentment, with that feeling that, wow, I'm starting knowing the self. The more I know, the more I go in depth, the more I can be master than a controller. So I want you to choose one of your desires, one of your habits, one of the thing which is annoying you all the time. Just see along, choose one only, not a lot. And just see what feeling comes after it. Why I feel bad and I want it. What makes me want it? So I'll ask you two questions. One is, what makes me want it? And what do I miss to have it? There is always, we miss something to acquire something, right? If I'm very, very much hungry, I want the money, I want the food. If I'm very, very poor, of course, I want the money. But now we want to go to the wealth of feelings. What kind of a feeling I'm missing, which is taking me to this desire, which makes me, I cannot control it sometimes. So just have 1 minute, 2 minutes, contemplate on it. What is that desire? What makes me go to it? What do I lack to always have it? Be very honest with the self. You reach to that thing that I'm missing as a feeling. Not out of ego, out of I want to have the same as others have. No, something deep, deep I want it for myself, which I'm lacking. And that's why I'm doing this habit. I'm doing this, taking this desire or the emotions there. repeatable emotions. I have it. I have it. The moment you capture it, you will have 50% of the solution. Like the laser or the scanner, we should be clever in scanning ourselves also, to know exactly. Because there is no other doctor for us than ourselves for ourselves. Of course, there is one surgeon up, he can help us. But if I don't know where's my problem, again, the doctor says the more we give him the symptoms, the better he can specify the sickness. And one doctor told me that the hardest part for the doctor is to know what the sickness you have. Because after the sickness, he will give you the medications for it, yeah. And so imagine if he prescribed you, on this sickness and this prescription, and it's wrong. It's a disaster. He's making you more sick. But then I asked him, the doctor, then how would you know? He said, the more, of course, he should be a master. He knows. But he said, the more symptoms given to me, if it's external, he will see it. If it's in the skin, but if something with going on with the patient, the more he describes it, the symptoms, the better for the doctor. And the same, imagine we are the doctors now. The more I know what's my symptoms, emotional symptoms, desire symptoms, habit symptoms I have, and the best is to write it. Then I know where is my sickness is. And really, if I reached where is my sickness, I will find the medicine directly. It won't take me time. The super doctor is there, and we are naturally capable. Have you seen any, like, if you go in the jungle or the animals' life, do they have doctors? Naturally, they go and heal themselves. Even if they have a skin thing, they scratch on the they know which tree, which leaves, which to heal themselves, or advisor, or because naturally we also as a human beings we know. حطينا تك ترى عليك الحين تك واحد تك رقم 4. So yeah, the more we know, and this is where it's not because we want to go in the pain more. No, not at all. We don't want to go to that domain. We want to clarify what's going on with us. And really, it doesn't matter how my life was, and no matter, we all had amazing, horrible life in our childhood. Every one of us, I heard stories. Like one, she was telling me, no way, I've been raped when I was young. I said, so what? It was once upon a time, but you now, you're here. You're good. You're okay. Why to bring the past now? Yeah, but it will remain in the mind and it will. I said, what does it mean, remain in the mind? And you are here, remove it. But the more psychologists we have, I'm sorry if there is a psychology here, the more problems we have, because they will analyze your behavior is based on your childhood abuse, this, and that's a big blame we put because I don't have the power to change. So I want to blame something somehow in my life to put it on. So I feel, well, see, I would be excellent. But look at my life. Horrible. So I can't change now. And that's why my psychology and we bring all that baggage and with us. But me as a soul, I'm really a free being. Whatever happened to this, it happened and finished. Yes, there might be a record there, but again, so what? It's just a scene happened, finished, and next, finished. So, if the reason we brought this subject is that the more we go in seeing where is the pain, the more it's clearer. So, the master now needs to see that I want to be now in the well-being of myself, right? Now we want to be in the well-being, always happy, always royal, always embodiment of solutions, always easy in my life. And because there is a huge, huge challenges outside on all levels, starting from my own family, right? And the family starts the challenges first. And then on a bigger level, and then whoever works or in the world or the system of the country or natural calamities, anything in the world. So we need always not to be sad to hear this news, but to be the master, detached, observing and knowing exactly what to do. The idea is now we want to be embodiments of solutions. Whatever comes to me, I know how to solve it because I know my DNA, I know myself. So I don't need to know the problem much, the outside problem. I need to know my own problem is what now. And believe me, if we really reach to that contentment and full and aware, the situations will change around us. It won't change that they turn to another facet, but the way I will look at the problem is different now, my perception. And so what I thought is a problem, it's not a problem anymore. Actually, if you notice, most of the big masters have more problems around them, challenges, because they are masters. It's the way we are looking at the problem. And it's always external. The whole subject today will be on being introverted always. I am the master and hold it. Hold that being within me and see it as that crown, the diamond crown. Keep it, don't take it off. So the more I keep it, the more I'm aware. And we are full by nature. We are clever by nature. We are embodiments of solutions. We know everything. It's just that I'm not emerging it anymore. I think the story of tsunami, when they said that when it happened on the beach, it was, and many people died and this, but they realized that 2 to 3 days earlier, all the animals went on the mountain. And who been in tragedy? The human beings.
So that I saw it. It was in China. So they were running about the world.
Exactly.
The dogs.
All the animals, except masakin, the pets who were in the houses of a human beings. Because if a human being is a failure, he will keep all his kingdom failure. So why they sensed it? That's the big question. Because they live their own nature. They live the fitra, you know, the natural nature, and they sense. Actually, the human race is higher than animal, right? Yeah, we should be higher. We should sense much better than them because we are able, because they live in the mood of survivals. But we live as a human race in a mood of being happy, masters. We are self-sovereign. يعني animal you can acquire it. Our cats, dogs, masakin, we acquire them to be in our place. They can't be self-sovereign. But we can. But what happened? Where is our mind? Always in that chakkar, you know? It's always in that overthought, overthinking, feeling the lack of contentment, feeling it's always like vulnerable to anything happen outside, any problem, anything. And that's why we are out of our own radar. The radar is working, but our radar is not working. And our real radar is a self-sovereign. So the sense is almost gone of who we are really. And we really need to work a lot in being very, very introverted. And there is no effort, there is no much work, there is very simple thing. It's just to be aware of myself and live myself. And that's the treasure. Just to be within the real self. And like this Daddy Yankee usually tells us, you know, we are always in attention, intention. Tension, something or other pulls us. Any news, even if I'm sitting now and open the mobile, I always have attention. Something happened, you know. So instead of having always that tension of the news, of the things, of course, it's our news also, our things around us. And sometimes my own thought bring that tension to me. So what I bring, she used to tell us, remember the letter A, capital A, and put it in front of the tension. So it will become attention to where? To the self, exactly. Yani don't lose your crown, you know, because the crown is away, going to fall. So hold it. And that's the attention of going back to myself. And so let's see what's inside the self. I think majority of you took the course, right? Excellent. And in the Zoom, I believe even majority took it. Let's live what we took now. So who are we? What values and virtues we have? We have love. It's a natural nature which we produce. Huh? It's not someone, whoever we see, someone we love is really a reflection. Like a child, when we see a child, we feel that innocence in him or in her. But once they behave bad, we don't like them. It's just that state reminds me of myself. It's not that I like that child actually, but because they activate, so we like them to be with us. But in reality, it's me who's innocent. It's me who's clear, holy. We are content. We are the truth. We know we are the sentient being, the real ones. I'm just the point of light, a soul. When I came, the first time I came as a soul. So I'm very sure I'm a soul. I'm not this body. So that truth has to be there and I live it. I'm just this point of light. the one which vibrates, the powerful being. I'm love. Just feel the love now within you. Just see yourself as a point of light, vibrating that love, very natural love. Just feel it within you, no matter what. I stay this beautiful soul as a point of light, the point of light which vibrates love. Feel that love within you. So it's my DNA, my nature is love. Let me live this moment with this love. I, the soul, I'm vibrating love. And see the lights of love from inside to out. I breathe this love, and it's me. We are peace as well. We are contentment. We are in contentment. We are the happy being. So when I'm happy, when I'm in love of myself, like I vibrate this love, I, the soul, I am. And love means I am in my original being. And this is the mastery. This is where I can vibrate and give the surrounding and fill the place, starting from my body. All the cells of my body becomes full of love, the sacred love, the holy love, the original pure love. Love is power. The more I vibrate love, the more my state of being powerful. Let me choose and decide now to be always in love. Activate that virtue of love within me. It's there, I'm sure. I just need to activate it and live it. To be. I'm the soul. I'm the loving being. Come back. Everyone felt the natural love you have. At least a glimpse. If you felt a glimpse, it means you are there. You reached. I have reached my destination. It's really there, but it's in a what you call it, dominant stage, like it. Sorry, in the dormant stage. So what happens? It's very merged inside, and because we've been going through the cycle. We've been through many, many lives or incidents or problems or you name it. Look at the lunatic people around us now in this world. Really, there's no sensible people around us anymore. Even the one we put all our, trust, sometimes they become also lunatic. You noticed? Or they lose their power, something. Nobody's strong anymore. So we should not blame anyone and not really. We should, the powerful beings, the powerful ones are the ones who doesn't blame anyone. Because blaming means I'm putting my power to others. It's like I'm giving. And it means that I am exactly powerless and out of responsibility. I'm not responsible because they are the cause. So to stop that, it doesn't mean I go and solve the problems of others. It's not my job as well. But anything happens inside, it means I'm the cause. So when we said about the merged and emerged, because we faced all these kinds of things subtly or clearly, we started creating our defense system. Defense. It became so fat that I thought that it's not there. I don't have it anymore. I'm so much in the fat here, layers, that I thought حجب أيوة حجر بالضبط. It became stone intellect that the real love is there. But I put a lot of layers to protect because I thought this person doesn't deserve love. This one I gave, but, and unconsciously we put that protection. Now imagine if you go out and you tell someone, oh, I love you. They would say, what? So we know that we cannot use it anymore. I mean, even if it was genuine, someone just normal person, because nobody believes that there is love now. But in reality, it's there. And so what happened? It merged deep inside. So the love, the peace, the truth, the purity, the happiness all merged, which is my mastery. And what is emerging is the fake one. Just we became also like animals in the survival mode. How to protect myself, rather how to be the master again. And why we did this exercise of love? Because love means kindness. Kindness means giving. And always the master is a giver. It's not the taker. So taker means I want this feeling from this one. I want this fullness from this thing. If I travel, I feel happy. No, I feel the pleasure of the traveling, but I don't feel happy. But doesn't mean we don't enjoy and we don't have a pleasure. We can, of course, buy a Christian Dior dress, have your Ferrari, have the people around you who are making you joyful. So the pleasure is okay. But we are not looking for the pleasure because we all tried the pleasure and we all got boxes also from that pleasure. So each one knows. But now we are going to that stage of happiness and mastery to keep it constant. Our problem is we cannot keep it constant. So now let the merge becomes emerged. And it's there. Really, if you felt it for a second, it means it's there. That's by meditation. And meditation, we mean even with the self as well. The more we live ourself, the real self, but this time for myself, imagine if I asked you, How much time you put for yourself per day, meeting the self. You know, we search, we go here, we go there. This one's doing this one to make me, you know, or someone making me massage to be relaxed. And yes, that's fine. I like massage actually, but it's fine to relieve our body, but it will never do anything here. This machine, if it's 1 horsepower, it will remain 1 horsepower. It won't. They won't do anything for us, just for the pleasure of the body or the relax of the body, but not totally the pleasure, which is happiness of the soul or the relax of the soul. So the more we go inside, what happens? We tap on the merged and make it emerged. Tap again. Sometimes we don't reach, but it's okay. And we never do the meditation in a forceful way. It will never come. Like, I want to meditate, I'm a soul. I can see that it won't work at all. But go gentle with yourself. You know, just feel it. Just feel the soul consciousness, feel the soul. First, you have to believe you are a soul. Do you believe all you are a soul? So where is it, miskin, the soul? How much I'm giving time to this, to myself? No, we think we are clever. No. I know I'm doing, but that's not. It's the mastery of the body, or persona, we call it. We are very masters of persona, means my personality. And personality has nothing to do with soul consciousness. Totally different. It's a role I'm playing. I can be a master, in it. I can reach to the real crown as well if I want. شوية بخشيش, the crown will come. I really want this soul conscious, me, the soul, I want in that mastery. Of course, usually when we are in soul consciousness, that mastery of the self, it's an automatic reflection on the persona as well. So wherever we work, whatever our role, it's always good. We are playing role. We have to play role now. But that soul conscious will reflect and will give an added value. So that's why we need to go to the intelligence of the soul. You know about the like IQ and EQ, the emotional intelligence, which will add to EQ the what they call it, the IQ. Usually it's a quantum intelligence, right? Yeah. But now we want to go to the highest, which is spiritual intelligence. That's the mastery, which is by the sense you can feel, because you are full of this love, of this peace, and you have that time, you own it, and you have that sense to manage with the surrounding. Instead of reacting, we start responding, because I'm the master. You know, usually when there is any conversation or something between kings, or they always say, give us some time, we'll come back to you. It's not on spot, or we will study it. And the same I should have now. I should never, ever react toward anything around me. I should give it, of course, we cannot say after one day I will respond, or I study the case, but going back to this master, the one who knows, the one who feels, the one who can sense. So that can take us seconds, by the way. And then the moment I go, you will find yourself, your response is different. It's a second. Sometimes we respond, a message comes to us, boom, and it could cause us a hell of problem, that small message, because I reacted and I took a decision and it was wrong. So I have to wait for And then my natural sensor will give me the answer. And it's always it's always the best answer would be. And sometimes maybe you don't need to respond. You know, we are not supposed to. So I mean, whatever the situation, going back to my mastery will give me that stage, which will make me deal with everything around me. And that's why we say, keep your throne, you know. You know, if you have a throne, if a king has a throne, العرش, تخت, and then he's taking that throne and have the authority and everything, but then he decided to leave the throne. What will happen? He will lose his authority and everything. And the same thing now, I have to have my throne of being the master, the throne of being the detached observer. And when we say detached and observer, it's like I'm detached from the scene and I'm fully inside. Detached means I'm inside. So I need to be in that moments within myself. That's really the master. So don't lose your throne, which is here. And if you need, put a seatbelt as well to be sure you are not going out, which is here. And I'll just like remind you, let's say, it's everything is within you. We just remind ourselves, which is two things, that I really have everything within me. I don't need anything. And number two, to turn the tension, remember the A letter, the capital A. That's the, how you call it, the master always has the, do you call it? Not a stick, but what they call it, I forgot. No, we are away from sticks now. Huh? The authority, but I forgot, will remember it. Spiritual authority. So that's the A, actually, that when I bring it to that attention back to myself. So we will be always, and the world is getting worse and worse. It will be more tension and more tension. So remember always the A, and that you are always rich. Deep inside you, you are rich. Really. We continue our role. We continue our whatever income, whatever relationships, whatever. But I am, as a soul, I'm content. Just remember this, and let's go in that inward meditation. And if I need anything more, just remember that you are the one who belongs to the King of all kings, which is the Supreme Soul. So just go back to yourself, be relaxed. And the most important, to love the self. The more I love myself, the more I can be in the mastery of myself. And remember that I am knowledgeful. Everything is within me. Everything is merged. And I am in the process of make it emerged with my mastery. I don't control, but I become the master. I treat myself gently by understanding and not by controlling. I visualize myself as a point of light, wearing this diamond crown of the mastery. Master means everything is full within me. I take a deep breath, inhaling, exhaling, knowing the self very well. I am a king. I belong to the King of all kings, the Supreme Soul, God, Allah, the Divine, the powerful being, the most kindest one, the doctor, the surgeon, the one I can expose all my symptoms, my sickness to him, to purify it, to clear it, and to replace it. The replacement is naturally within me. So I have everything of love, peace, and happiness. I am the embodiment of love, embodiment of kindness. And the first one to be kind with is myself. I vibrate this kindness, and I can still see myself as a point of life, point of light, full of kindness, vibrating this kindness. I have a big heart full of light and kindness. Because I am the giver, I'm not the beggar. Master never begs. I'm rich of all these virtues and powers. I'm able to give because I'm full. I take this time to live and to be with this beautiful being, which is me. I take these moments to watch this master and enjoy it. Beautiful master. In this moment, I connect as well with the Supreme Soul, with the King of all kings, the kindest one ever, to be with him, to exchange in silence, and to feel the attainments. Heaven is my companion, the master of all masters, the Almighty Authority One. In this company, of the soul, I'm the master.